some of the barriers to adoption here? I mean, I think about hybrid cloud, and for some reason, it just like my mind just gets dizzy with the idea of security, because each one of these instances has their own security challenges, and then they're all added together. Challenges, barriers to adoption. David, what do you see in terms of security in particular?
Yeah, it's much more complex, but it does move you into a much better security model. By virtue of you moving into a hybrid cloud, you're going to have to adopt a federated identity-based system, which is better for distributed systems in general. And if you move that out into other solutions, you're going to be more secure and have a better, more flexible security approach. So I think that hybrid cloud security actually can be better than traditional kind of centralized security models that we're implementing today. And the great thing about hybrid cloud, it forces you in that direction. So if you want security in there, you're going to have to rely on newer security models, which I think is going to be cheaper, better, more cost-effective for a lot of enterprises that have been resisting the change in the past.
And David, I definitely agree with that. And I think one thing you touched on there, you talked about the identity management side of it. And this idea that we've seen a number of people talking about that identity is the new perimeter. You can't lock down by firewalls anymore. You can't even really lock down by application access, because as you said before, you're getting portions of an application from different services and different providers. Having that focus on identity and who a person is and what are they allowed to access, rather than are they allowed through this barrier point, becomes a whole different mode. And that opens you up to being able to use multiple services from multiple providers, best of breed, public plus private, in a way that can let you go even faster, deliver new stuff faster, without having to worry about those sort of firewall perimeter-based security techniques. I think that's a really big change that cloud is accelerating, and I think it's a good one too.
Kurt, I agree. I mean, it seems slightly, debatable to be sure that the hybrid cloud is more secure than other instances. But what's your take on that?
Well, so we've done our annual kind of journey study, and I've got the data back on that in front of me, and looking at the question we asked about what are the barriers to hybrid cloud, and as David indicated, number one is security, number two is compliance, so those concerns are front and center. Number three is, I call it lack of imagination. They can't think of a compelling use case for private cloud, and I think that'll change as we get some water under the bridge. We'll kind of unleash the imagination, so to speak. And then we have concerns about data movement. So being able to move data is harder than moving the bits that comprise the workload. So when we followed that question up with another one about, so what are you going to do about it, or what's your strategy? And most, something like 70% of our customers said they want to extend kind of a known platform or a known way of computing rather than go try to create something new from scratch. So our customers are really looking at trying to build from the strengths and skills they have versus go try to supplement that with something brand new.